Britpop feuds are never-ending, with some of the biggest stars of the 90s still at loggerheads, 2 decades on. It recently emerged that former S-Club star Hannah Spearritt is no longer speaking to her ex-bandmates following a catastrophic fallout over a scathing announcement. The group had been scheduled to head out on tour later this year before the tragic death of bandmate Paul Cattermole. In the wake of his death, the group pressed ahead and decided to go on tour and to release new music, allegedly without informing Hannah, who was left blindsided by their decision to continue. Here, the Mirror takes a look at some of the biggest feuds. S-Club: there ain't no party like an S-Club party, until you're cut off from the said party. Over the weekends, reports appeared suggesting that the band had been ordered not to speak to Hannah, who recently drafted in a legal team. The group, which now consists of Bradley McIntosh, Hannah Spearritt, Joe O'Meara, John Lee, Rachel Stevens, and Tina Barrett, allegedly pushed Hannah out of any agreements. Ahead of hitting the road, it was claimed that Hannah and her former bandmates had been signing contracts, but she had been taking her time. This led to their band creator Simon Fuller binning Hannah from the lineup. The star, who has since turned her hand to acting, was unaware of their decision to launch as a 5-piece, as she had wanted to be on stage belting out their biggest hits. Speaking to The Sun, a source claimed there was little to no chance of this happening now due to bad blood. They added, "Lawyers are involved, it's a complete mess behind the scenes. Hannah knows her own mind and doesn't been as easy to manage as the other band members, who signed up for the tour without hesitation." Oasis v Blur, arguably two of the biggest names of the 90s and perhaps more famous for their ongoing feud. The two groups were at loggerheads thanks to a coke-fueled love triangle. The groups kicked off in 1995 during a now infamous chart battle after Liam's brother Noel discovered that Blur's frontman, Damon Albarn, was dating his girlfriend. Speaking previously, Noel commented that Liam and Damon's use of too much cocaine could have enhanced their argument between the pair, saying, "Liam and Damon were seeing the same bird and there was a lot of cocaine involved. That's where the germ of it grew from." Meanwhile, Alan McGee, who signed Oasis to Creation Records, also had a similar tale, writing in his book, "There was a situation with a girl that created the Britpop war. Damon said somebody close to Liam. It was one of many women Damon was friendly with. Then he got off with her for a one-night stand and that created the rub. They were all goading each other after that." Noel has since addressed the feud, writing in the book, "Don't look back in anger, there was an Enemy Award where we effing won everything and then we were photographed with Blur, and Liam said, 'Fuck you CS, blah blah blah.' It just escalated from there. They're both singers and singers are effing idiots. They're wired the wrong way round. Once they've looked at themselves in the mirror for 4 hours, what else are they going to do? Well, it's safe to say that no Wonderwall stopped this argument." Bewitched v 5 Irish chart toppers. Bewitched were known for their angelic looks and catchy tunes during their heyday. Meanwhile, 5 were known for their laddish ways, and it appears that they didn't hold back. Singer Adele Lynch previously revealed how the C'est La Vie singers were once the victims of cruel pranks from the 5 lads, who at the time consisted of Sean Conlon, Scott Robinson, Abs Love, Richie Neville and Jay Brown. But while things may have appeared calm on the outside, it was far from it behind the scenes. While appearing on Vicky Pattison's The Secret to podcast, Adele claimed, "They used to be really horrible to us. like we'd be in like dressing rooms next door and they throw their beer over, like the bottles and everything. Gary Barlow and Robbie Williams. While they were once the best of friends and Take That band members, it soon became too much for Robbie and Gary, who went on to fall out. Robbie, who went on to launch a hugely successful solo career, previously claimed he was forced to quit the band in 1995, leaving fans utterly devastated. Shortly after his dramatic exit, Robbie lashed out at Frodsham Gary, branding him a clueless WR before saying the band had all the creativity of mentally unstable morons. The band, which consisted of Robbie, Gary, Mark Owen, Jason Orange and Howard Donald, reportedly asked Robbie to leave after he went AWOL from their rehearsals, choosing instead to party up a storm with Liam Gallagher. After leaving Take That, Robbie admitted, "I was a pathetic, pitiful creature. The first thing I would do in the morning would be to empty the bottle of wine that I had fallen asleep over 2 hours earlier. I'd have taken a line of coke because I couldn't get up without it." All seems to have now been forgotten following an exorcism-like chat back in 2018. Elton John v Madonna, arguably the two biggest names in pop music, both known for their creativity as well as their temper. While they may have appeared to be friends in 1995 during a backstage photo shoot at the Brit Awards, their feud started several years later. Following Madge's soundtrack to the 2002 James Bond movie, Die Another Day, Sir Elton didn't hold back with his rather blistering comments. He described the song, which charted at number 3 on the official UK charts, as the worst Bond tune ever. But his comments didn't stop there. Despite being a fan of Madge at the time, Elton went on to say it would have been better for the likes of Lulu or Shirley Bassey to perform the track. But that was only the beginning. While Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting, Elton's claws came out on a Monday night at the 2004 Q Awards. Upon accepting his Classic Songwriter Award, he made a dig at Madonna, who was nominated for Best Live Act. While up on the podium, he said, "Since when has lip-syncing been live? Anyone who lip-syncs in public on stage when you pay £75 to see them should be shot. That's me off her Christmas card list, but do I give a toss? No." Before Madge's team later commented that she does not lip-sync and Elton remains on her Christmas card list. When Madge declined an invite to perform at his bachelor party, he described her as a miserable cow, but it appears they're now the best of friends again. During a concert in Nice, France, she dedicated a song to the legendary musician, telling a sold-out crowd, "I'd like to dedicate this next song to a Mr. Elton John. I know he's a big fan of it, and I know he's a big fan of mine. And you know what? I forgive him. Gotta start somewhere." Discussing their feud, Elton explained it was over and done with before recalling a time they bumped into one another in a French restaurant. He said, "I apologized profusely because what I said should have never appeared in public. She was fantastic. She was just like, okay, let's get a move on." Sporty Spice v Liam Gallagher. Liam Gallagher has had his fair share of feuds, including a confrontation with none other than Melanie C, aka Sporty Spice of Spice Girls fame. While Liam is known for his Twitter rants, in 1997 he ignited his arguments through tabloid media and didn't hold back as he discussed the chart-mauling girl group. He and his Oasis bandmates were nominated for several Brit Awards, including British Single of the Year for Don't Look Back in Anger. That same year, the Spice Girls had been nominated for Best British Group, Best British Newcomer, Best British Video, and Best British Single. Despite his band being nominated, Liam famously said he wouldn't be attending as he would smack them if he bumped into the girls. But things heated up as the wannabe songstresses collected an award on stage, with Melanie C yelling over the mic, "Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough." Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.